I've been dieting for 16 weeks and I saw something yesterday that I haven't seen in a very long time. When I stepped on the scale in the morning, I was down in the 220s. I started out at 263 pounds about 16 weeks ago. Now I'm down about 35 pounds and the weight just keeps coming off. But the thing is I didn't do anything really special when it came to weight loss. In fact, I've tried almost every diet that I can even think of, from vegan to carnivore, and I still failed in some way or another. I'm often call myself a former fat kid because I've been heavy since I was a child. Now, I wasn't, morbidly obese when I was younger, but you growing up in the 70s and the 80s, most of your friends were very thin. And, I felt out of place because I was a little bit heavier. But getting older, I did get heavier and heavier until at the age of 58, I found myself sitting at 263 pounds. My knees hurt. I couldn't sleep because of sleep apnea. I was having a difficult time breathing. And I just wanted to lose some weight. Also, I hung out with my grandson a lot. I still do. And he's a very active teenager. And I wanted to be active. We'd go try to play some tennis or something, and he was always slowing down because of me. Now, I'm not expecting that I'm going to be able to keep up with a young teenager when at 58 years old. But I can tell you that after losing 35 pounds, I'm sleeping better, I'm breathing better, and my knees don't hurt anymore. That awkward walk that you have to do when you're going down a flight of stairs or even up a flight of stairs because your knees hurt, that's gone. And sometimes I remind myself of that because when I go out and get a case of water, a case of water weighs about 25 pounds, maybe closer to 30 in some cases. And I pick that up and I think, I used to carry this around with me every day. It's no wonder that I was having a hard time, but I've been able to push beyond that. And there's something that helped me do it. And that's because for years, I was trying to fit my lifestyle into a diet. So I'd go on, let's just say low carb. So I'd try low carb. I'd have to change my lifestyle, which is I enjoy carbs. I like sugar. And I'd have to change my lifestyle in order to fit into this low carb diet. And it would work. I mean, it would really work well. I'd lose weight. And as long as I was consistent with it, I'd, continue to drop weight. And I had lost, probably 20 pounds or so on a low carb diet more than once. But consistency was the problem. And that's because I was fitting my lifestyle into the diet. What I needed was a diet that fit into my lifestyle. Otherwise, if you're fitting your lifestyle into a diet, you're just on somebody else's diet. And we've all been there. I've been there more times than I can probably count. And I understand the pull to these promises of fast weight loss and big results. But here's the thing is you really don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to be consistent. And the diet that I'm on now, which is counting calories, a lot of people call it calorie in, calorie out, or CICO. But really, it's just an energy diet, let's call it. The amount of food that I'm taking in, all of its energy, whether it's a piece of chicken or a piece of cake or even liquid energy, like a Coke. I typically have at least one Coke every day. But you're also burning calories at the same time. It's all about the math. If you're taking in fewer calories than what you're burning, then you're going to burn those extra calories and lose weight. The science says about 3,500 calories to a pound. So that's why for the past 16 weeks, I've been on this calorie deficit diet. I'm still eating everything that I enjoy. I still enjoy having my Coke, not a Diet Coke, but a regular Coke every day. I have, well, I eat a lot of chicken nuggets, but I also have cake. I have candy. Um, those really aren't my big things, although I think cake is my favorite. Ice cream comes in a close second, or if they're not tied neck for neck. But even with ice cream in my second week of the diet, I ate an entire gallon of ice cream. Yeah, you're experimenting. You're trying to figure out, okay, how do I fit a diet into my lifestyle? How do I make this diet, this calorie diet, work for me? And for me, it was not giving up my treats. It wasn't giving up eating out. It wasn't giving up everything that I enjoyed. It was just that when I did enjoy something, I needed to pay attention to it. And I've been tracking everything. Everything that I've eaten for the past 16 weeks, I've written down. I've been honest with the numbers too. I measure things out whenever possible. I don't take my uh, I don't take my scale with me on pizza day and put it up on the restaurant table and weigh my pizza out. But I do take pictures of it. I send it to AI. There's plenty of apps out there that you can use as well to see roughly how many calories you're getting when you eat these different things. When you don't have access to a scale and you don't know exactly the ingredients that are going into it. But long story short, if it's not too late for that, I track everything. I write down all of the food that I eat. I write down the corresponding calories. At the end of the day, I add it up. I try to be about 1,500 calories a day. That's my goal. I'm almost always over, uh, but I average it out. It's not about a win or a lose every day. Every day doesn't need to be, oh, I did good today or I did bad today. Uh, that's not what this calorie deficit diet is about. It's about I've been balanced this week, or I've been balanced for the past 2 weeks. For example, let's say you go on vacation and you know that you're going to have some nice food on vacation. You're going to enjoy the food. You're going to enjoy good time with friends, maybe even enjoy a beverage with calories in it regular. That doesn't mean that you need to blow everything, throw all caution to the wind and just, go for, go for the gusto. You just need to record it. Try to be conscious of what you're eating and drinking. And if you do have a nice meal or something to eat or you have a treat, just record it and then balance things out later if necessary. For example, I've had 2 days this week where I've gone over on my calorie budget. So one day was close to 2,000 calories. That was pizza day, an unexpected pizza day, I might add. And the other one was a party where I knew that I would be having some cake and probably some other treats. And I went over on my calories on that day too. But here's the thing, I didn't punish myself by forcing my calories lower on the days when I didn't have those special occasions. I kept in my range, 1,500 calories a day. That's my range, might not be your range, but I kept within it. And over the course of the week, Monday through Sunday, I was able to balance things out so that I was under 1,600 calories a day on the average. This lifestyle, this diet, is not a punishment. It's something that you fit into your life, and it's something that you do for life. It's not something that is here today, gone tomorrow. Eventually, I'm going to reach my goal, probably close to the end of the year, maybe closer to end of January or February. But even after I reach my goal and I'm in maintenance, I'm going to be able to bump my calories up to probably 2,400 calories a day. There are going to be times when I eat more. Um, it's not difficult to eat 3,000 calories, 3,500 calories a day, especially when you're eating out and you're having 3 meals. Maybe you eat out twice. Maybe somebody brings some donuts in and you have some donuts in the morning. And that kind of gets your day started on a sugar rush. And it's very hard to keep up with that. but that day's not a loss. Even if you have 3,500 calories in a day, it doesn't have to be a loss. All that it is just a day. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the food? Don't eat a lot of food and then punish yourself by feeling guilty that you enjoyed yourself. I love food. I'm sure that you love food too. And food can be a comfort. Food can be something that we eat when we're bored. We just need to keep track of it. That's all that there is. Take your lifestyle, whatever your lifestyle is, whatever your food choices happen to be. If you like something savory, if you like something sweet, if you like both, if you enjoy eating out, if you like having a treat at night, a bowl of ice cream at night, just account for it. Log the calories, be honest with yourself, write things down, and make sure that in the end, whether it's at the end of the day, at the end of the week, that things balance out. And if they don't, if the worst thing happens and you go over on your calories, that's life. This isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. So just be honest with yourself. Don't feel guilty because you ate something. Just try to do your best. And you'll find out that you're able to fit any lifestyle into a calorie deficit diet. The only thing that you have to do is be honest with the numbers and make sure that you're coming in at a deficit overall and the weight's going to be coming off. And I know this for a fact because I'm down 35 pounds now in 16 weeks, seeing the 220s for the first time in years. I'm on my way to 185. I'd appreciate it if you'd follow along for the process. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.